1,000 steps? Easy. You walk to your car. 2,500, you did some errands. 5,000 steps, and you think you're active. You're not. You're average. 7,500, and your body starts paying attention. 10,000 steps. That's where this video ends. Here's what actually happens to your body on the way there. Most people hear 10,000 steps and think it's a made-up number. It is. Sort of. It came from a Japanese pedometer marketing campaign in 1964. No lab, no clinical trial, just a catchy name for a product. But here's the thing. The research caught up. And it didn't just validate the number. It complicated it in ways nobody's talking about. Your first 2,000 steps do almost nothing for your cardiovascular system. Your heart rate barely moves. Your muscles are firing on autopilot. This is maintenance mode. Your body doing the minimum to keep you upright and moving. Don't mistake motion for progress here. This isn't training. This is existing. Around 3,000 steps, something shifts. Your posture muscles kick in harder. Your hip flexors, your glutes, your lower back, they're all being asked to sustain movement, not just initiate it. This is where sedentary people start to feel it. Not pain, just awareness. Their body reminding them it exists below the waist. 5,000 steps is the real dividing line. Studies show that people who average under 5,000 steps daily have significantly higher rates of metabolic dysfunction, insulin resistance, higher fasting blood sugar, more visceral fat, the kind you can't see, but the kind that wraps around your organs and quietly ruins your health markers over years. 5,000 steps isn't fitness, but dropping below it consistently is a slow problem building fast. Here's what most step counters miss. It's not just the number, it's the distribution. 10,000 steps at the end of the day in one long walk is not the same as 10,000 steps spread across the day. Prolonged sitting between movement bouts keeps your body in a low-grade inflammatory state, regardless of your step count. Your glucose stays elevated longer after meals. Your circulation slows. Getting up and moving every hour, even briefly, resets that. The steps matter. The pattern matters more. By 7,500 steps, your body has crossed into territory that actually changes long-term outcomes. A 2019 study of over 16,000 older women found that mortality risk dropped significantly, up to around 7,500 steps, and then leveled off. More steps didn't hurt, but 7,500 was the threshold where the body started showing measurable protection. Your cardiovascular system is working. Your lymphatic system is pumping. Your joints are getting the circulation they can't get from sitting still.
Now you're at 8,500 steps. Calorie burn is real here, but not dramatic. Depending on your weight and pace, you've burned somewhere between 300 and 400 calories from movement alone. That's not nothing, but it's also not a license to eat whatever you want. Where the calorie story gets interesting is the NEAT effect, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Every step you take increases your baseline metabolic rate slightly throughout the day. High step count people don't just burn more during movement, they burn more while sitting. Their metabolism runs hotter at rest. That compounds. Step 10,000. Here's what you've actually done. Your heart has pumped blood through your system for roughly 90 minutes of cumulative movement. Your muscles have contracted and released thousands of times under low load, long duration. Your joints have been lubricated repeatedly through range of motion they don't get in a chair. Your mood is different. Not because of motivation, because walking triggers dopamine and serotonin release consistently enough that research now links daily step counts directly to lower rates of depression and anxiety. You didn't just move, you medicated. But here's the part that changes how you think about this. 10,000 steps only works if it's not your ceiling. People who hit 10,000 and stop, who badge collect and sit back down, get a fraction of the benefit. The goal was never the number. The goal was to make movement the default. 10,000 is the floor, not the finish line. And here's what nobody wants to say. If you're sitting at a desk for 8 hours and then power walking to hit a number on your phone, you're playing catch up. You're not building health, you're offsetting damage. The research is clear.
Uninterrupted sitting is a separate risk factor from inactivity. They stack. Moving more helps. Moving consistently across the whole day helps more. So here's where you actually stand. Under 5,000, you're in the danger zone metabolically. 5,000 to 7,500, your body is maintaining. 7,500 to 10,000, you're building measurable protection. Over 10,000, you're compounding. Every extra 1,000 steps continues to improve outcomes, with diminishing returns past 12,000 for most people. The number was a marketing gimmick. The habit is not. Get the steps, spread them out. Don't sit for 2 hours straight. Repeat every single day. That's it. That's the whole thing. Your body doesn't care about your streak. It cares about what you do consistently over months and years. One walk won't fix anything. 10,000 walks might.